The view on the situation in schooling in that province. Nomarashiya Caluza is the Provincial Secretary for the South African Democratic Teachers Union in the KwaZulu-Natal Secretariat. Ma'am, good afternoon to you. What kind of situation are your teachers reporting seeing at schools in that province? What is the situation that you're seeing at the moment?
Thanks. You see, today we attended a briefing with the minister, and then we visited schools. It's traumatizing, what we are seeing that our teachers are going through. It's a situation that is devastating. We've engaged with them. They need counseling. That's what we can say. And the schools where we were, there were not many learners except one, but we are hopeful that working together will be able to assist. But today was a set day for the schooling system in KwaZulu-Natal. And remember, there are still those schools where we can't go to because the access roads are still having a problem. And even the schools that we visited and the reports that come through are that there's a lot of damage of infrastructure, furniture and books. So there's a lot that needs to be done. And it's clear that in the majority of these schools, in fact, in more than 600 schools, there was no teaching and learning today.
Sure. 600 schools, no teaching, no learning today. Some of your teachers also died. They were claimed by the flooding. That's got to devastate their colleagues. It's got to devastate the union.
Exactly. You see, as I'm saying, it was a sad day today because there's expectation that teachers will always be there for their learners, providing all the moral support to the learners. But the fact of the matter is that even teachers themselves have been affected in many different ways. Others do not have houses as we speak. Their cars have been damaged. So psychologically they have been affected, and they need a lot of support. We have teachers who, as we speak, are staying with their relatives. We have, for now, a record of one teacher who passed on. So the situation is bad, and that is why it's the whole schooling system that needs support teachers as much as we need to support the learners. And the Department of Education, of course, will not be able to do everything. That is why we continue to mobilize support from other government departments to make available the psychosocial services they have so that we are assisted. I've visited some of the schools. It's emotional looking at the damage because it's not just the damage, it's not just the books that have been destroyed, but it's the hard work of teachers, the hard work of learners, and all of a sudden all that has to be thrown away. It's painful, but we have to rise, working together. We're hopeful that we'll be able, but the department will have to put their plans in practicality so that there's hope and confidence that at the end there will be normalcy in our schools.
I worry if you look at the number of schools affected by this. I mean, over 600. 100 still are inaccessible. We can't get to them. I wonder if all of these schools will ever properly recover. Do you think we have the capacity to do it properly, to make sure that the schools recover and that children go back to school soon?
It's difficult to say. And what is important for the leadership, including the department officials, they have to give clear direction so that we don't see learners and teachers continuing to go to schools, those who can. But in the 101 schools, it's clear they can't go there. But it's not like every learner and every teacher is not able to access those schools. It's only those who are on the other side of the damaged road or bridge. So the important thing now is how best the department is able to coordinate for the learners and teachers who are on the other side to have some places that can be converted into schools, because if that does not happen, there will be lesson losses for those learners, and teachers will not be at work as they cannot cross over. We are hopeful that the minister, because she promised that she may be securing a chopper that can take them to those schools so that we see the extent and how many learners learners are affected. But we also concerned as Sadtu about the learners that have lost everything, who are in the community halls, and we are currently quantifying those to know the number of the learners who are in these halls, and which grades are they in, and how best can we work together with the department to ensure that they are also accommodated somewhere so that they get taught.
I mean, this is going to be the next big thing. So many children have had to sort of move around. There isn't a school for them to go to. And the other thing that really worries me, if I may say, is that children need food more now than ever before. The school nutrition program will be disrupted.
And that school nutrition program, unfortunately, in other schools, everything is washed away. And in other schools, you'll find that there are community members that have stolen the equipment and stolen the food, besides the damage that is caused by rain. And it's an unfortunate situation. So as Sadtu, what we have also done as an intervention, whilst the government is also rating itself with the plans, we have opened a Sadtu kitchen in our own office. Since Saturday, we are cooking, we are preparing lunch and dinner, and we deliver to the community halls. And majority of people who are there are just kids who don't even understand why they are there. And it's painful for us and to us as teachers, because those are our learners. So we're making our own contribution, because we know that they depend on that meal. And as they don't go to school, since the department is still working on the plans, they will be getting hungry in these centers. And we are saying, let's make our own mark as the organization, be the social actor, and support.
Nomarashiya, thank you very much indeed. Nomarashiya Caluza is the Provincial Secretary for the Secretariat in KwaZulu-Natal for the South African Democratic Teachers Union.